It says we're live. Hey everybody, sorry we're late. It wasn't Pam or Susie this time. It was Didi. She said she was trying to get the weirdest camera angle she could get, so that's what we ended up with. So I don't know what she was aiming for.
Well, I had it set up from OnlyFans earlier today, and I couldn't get things worked out for Fish Fam.
Ah, I missed that
Just
episode.
joking, just joking.
I missed that episode.
My OnlyFans days are long gone.
Yeah, I know that. I know that's right. Yeah.
But
Let's see.
there's always people that can't see. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, you've got Braille on yours. That's cool. Very nice. Let's see who's in here. There's Huawei, howdy, howdy, the best mod in the world. Anthony, PunchiePaints, calling him Grasshopper. Monica, Paul McCarthy, Craig, Linda Word, Cindy Dowdy, Dragon Lair. Dang, all the cool kids are in here.
Look at her, yeah.
Bruiser CB. I'm listening to the parrot and it just messed me up. All right, there I am.
Pretty boy Floyd.
Oh my God, I got in the shower. It's the first time when he was in, I'm still going down. I think that may be everybody. And it freaked him out. There's 3G, TJ. It jumped on me, so I hope that's everybody. Mystery Snow Guardians, hello, hello. I think that's everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Say hello again, and I'll watch the bottom of the chat. So, Wet Elbows, howdy, howdy. Yes, we're not all in Tennessee. It's just the Tennessee Fish Mafia. One of our members, who's at in Texas this week, Chattanooga Ed, started that a couple of weeks ago, and he is in Tennessee. So that's where we came up with it. Now we have members all over the place, other states and other countries and all kinds of stuff.
I kind of wish I was in Texas.
I know, me too. I really do, but wasn't going to happen.
I did see the Aquascape with Grant and what's the Williams lady. I did see that.
Isn't that cool?
It's beautiful.
So much good stuff going on with all these different events.
Hey, Lumpy Dog. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I said I jumped in the shower in the middle of your stream, and boy, he went ballistic. He sits in there sometimes on this wicker thing that I set my deodorant and stuff on the counter and kicks it. He's tearing it up, but I don't care. He's been like this since I got out, so geez.
Well, did you shut the shower door? Because I could totally see him having a panic attack if he didn't.
I did shut the door. You have to, Pam, or water goes everywhere. You know, they say you should mist them, and I've only misted him once or twice, so he may be used to going in the shower. I think I'll put him in there, and not in the shower, but over there by it, and see if he wants to go in. Didi, are you ignoring Dragon Lair's comment?
Whose?
Dragon Lair, he said, are you ignoring his comment?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I don't even see it.
All right.
Didi ignored my comment.
You're asking a blind man to scroll back up, but
Didi ignore my.
I don't see.
Oh, there are lots of people who love Jerry. Oh yes, there are. There's something for everybody. You're right. You're right. I stand corrected.
Susie, how do you keep your parrot quiet now in streams? I never hear her.
Sound like a cat. At least it ain't cussing Bob.
I know. I don't know if he is or not. He also, he said a new word today, or I guess I just hadn't been paying attention to him. He knocked something off of that thing I said he was sitting on. That didn't matter. Just something fell off a brush or something. And he said, uh-oh. And I'm like,
oh, really?
Did you say uh-oh? And he said, uh-oh, uh-oh. I didn't know he knew that.
Well, at least he didn't say something else that starts like with an F or something.
I know. These were nice people. They're not like me. These were nice people he lived with, I think. So he probably doesn't know any of that. And Susie, I don't know if I've seen you or told you since I found out that the people that are the family of the survivors of the family that had him were going through papers and they found the death records in 2001. where he went in for a nail trim and a big trim and something else that was $150 plus anesthesia. It said laser, so I don't know what that was. Maybe they neutered him or something. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but that's all they had was like the line item, the cost, and it was like $300 for all of it. But in 2001, it said his birthday was August the 3rd, 1981.
Oh.
So he'll be turning 43
Aw.
this summer. But he sure doesn't look it or act it.
But you'll have to have a bird party.
Yeah.
I tried to get Pam to share her
A
birthday.
birthday party.
Yeah. Pam's is
So
in
funny.
June. Junebug.
Yeah, hers is what, the 16th? Something like that.
23rd.
19th? I know hers and Patrick Hardy's is the same day.
Oh.
I guess.
Looking at the cat to see if June said he's
Aquatic morning shows in the house too. What?
He's not gonna be
Yeah.
43, Bob. He's gonna be 42.
42.
Yay.
Yeah. Your math is wrong.
Oh, you're right.
Ah.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't use your fingers, so how did you expect it to be
I don't
correct?
have that many fingers. Need enough stuff.
Well, with the new math, you just have to go to the new 10.
Well, you have one more finger than I have to count with.
And do the regrouping thing, Susie.
Oh my gosh, this new math, I think I need to go to school to learn new math.
I have to teach it every night too.
That's like crazy. I'm like, it seems like you're doing twice as much math, but I was thinking about it. When I'm actually adding or subtracting in my head, I do it automatically that way and don't even think about it. So I was like, okay, so it's teaching somebody how to do it instead of having them wait till they're 30 years old and figure out how to do that.
That's like my daughter, she can't understand how I can say, I say, what's 4 times 12? I said, it's 48, right? And she'll be like, gosh, Didi, you're so smart. It's like, yeah, right. You got to impress the ones that you can, you know?
Right? Right. Show them skills.
I know my audience, they're 11-year-olds.
That's so funny.
He
Yeah,
landed
mine's an
on the
8-year-old.
camera. Come on, get off the camera. No,
Oh, yeah.
it's on a tripod thingy. The tripod.
Dopey Dog says somebody called the SPCA because somebody's torturing a parrot. Poor thing is screaming
I
for
know,
help.
right? And he always jumps on me when I don't have his spit rag on my shoulder, and then I have to wash all these
Now,
shirts.
does he poke little holes in your shirts? When I had my parrot, I had to wear a bird shirt so that I only had one shirt that was filled with holes because he would ride on my back when I was roller skating and just pick little holes and everything.
He has picked holes in some of them. This one's new, so I'm going to try to keep an eye on him. This is the mushroom one. Oh, I wore this for you always. I know you like mushrooms.
Well, you just need to keep a towel right by your computer or phone, whatever, and that way you
Well,
just
I
bring it
do.
up.
I usually don't sit over here because he doesn't like over here. He likes the other desk over there.
Speaking of mushrooms, has anyone ever had mushroom coffee?
No, it
No.
sounds good though.
John just got a box, and if you like mine's dark roast, and it is the best coffee I've ever had. And there's no jittery feeling or anything. I'm like, where did this come from? And is it really mushrooms, or is it I don't know enough about it, but it's called mushroom coffee, and it is so good. Just thought I'd throw that in since we're talking mushrooms.
Where did you get it from? Do you know?
He was watching a YouTube video that talked about it. I think it was Joe Rogan talking about it, so we went and ordered it to try it. And since I drink coffee black, it's got to be good coffee for me to notice.
Well, Patrick has had it and said it's delicious.
It is
I'm
very
like
good.
Joe.
Only magic mushroom coffee.
Oh, and Bob, your bird's birthday is a day after Roxanne's.
Oh.
So can y'all share your party, Roxanne? You can come to his party.
Bring your bird to the party.
Right. Right.
Monica likes to see your bird.
Yeah, that's all right. He looks so small up there. That's what gets me. He looks so small, and then when he's off my shoulder, or even just like this, that's Huawei. He's getting into saying Huawei there.
Oh, Lord.
Away.
Hey, Huawei.
You put something else before it. I don't know if he's saying hi Huawei or what, but he loves to say Huawei.
He looks the same size as Sophie. I think they would be very fun cage, not cage mates, but side by side cages.
He's probably saying that damn Didi is texting again.
Hey, Big
Probably.
Easy. It's not easy being Big Easy.
Oh, Mark, I haven't seen you for a while.
Marty.
Glad to see you.
Marty's here, Big Easy. Larry D. Chili.
Larry D. Eating his chili stuff.
Getty Nona. Lumpy Dog.
Or Bob looks huge. Bob's
Wait,
huge.
lump a dog in the house.
It's the huge part. See you later, buddy. There you go.
And he's gone.
See him flying around back there. Yeah,
Has
he's
he
in the
fell in the
foyer.
tank yet?
No, he lands on him all the time, but he's been. No, he did fall in the convict tank, but it's a 10-gallon, so he was able to get right out. He had duckweed all over his tail. He cleared that up. Yeah, I think that one time told him not to land on that one.
Oh, that's
He's
nice.
getting ready to come on this side now. He's over there on the chameleon thing.
So he's figuring it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he flies all around. He's never ran into a door. There he is. Never ran into a door or anything, a post, nothing.
Sophie's free flying and she's pretty good at U-turns and doing that. The problem is if you look at her, make eye contact, she could bite you.
Really?
So, like, if she lands on you, you gotta not look at her. And I'm like, okay, this is weird, but I can't look at you.
Oh, no. Let me blow myself up a minute. I won't make y'all look at this parrot, but he'll tongue, he'll do everything. Look at this.
Aw, kissy, kissy.
Aw.
Yeah. Well, an old lady had it. Well, she wouldn't know when she got him, I guess. And I stuck my tongue out at him yesterday, and that was a mistake. He didn't try to bite it, but he likes tongue.
Well, Monica wants to know if he bites.
He's only ever bitten me one time, Monica, is when I went to the people's house, be 3 weeks tomorrow, I think. Went to their house to get him one night, and it took about 45 minutes before I could get close to him, but I was showing him videos of the kind of parrot he is, and he reached around the phone and squeezed my finger. It wasn't hard, but it made me pull back. But he's never bitten me, ever.
That is so cool.
He fusses and he does not step up. He doesn't like that at all. So I don't think he's ever done that.
He probably never will, but that's okay. He's friendly.
I can make him do it, or if he's hurt me and I want him to get off, I try to make him step up, and he's gone. So.
Well, Bob, you and I were both on a stream the other night in the chat, which I bought things that I don't know why I bought them. I don't know that much about them, those crystals and stuff. But that was a awesome stream on Craig's Catfish.
Yeah.
He and Bill were doing a fundraiser thing for Didi Holden, and of course, lots of people bought stuff. It was great. That was a lot of fun.
I almost missed it. I came in like the last hour, and but what I wanted or thought I might like was actually still available. So I got 3 lots of things. So I'm excited. Plus, it was an awesome cause.
Do you do stuff? I mean, what do you do with your crystals and stuff? What are you going to do with them?
Right there on the aquarium.
Oh, you just set them up above?
Right, and then the salt water behind there, and some are on my desk. Well, now that I'm doing art, I moved some of them off the desk. But
okay. Because I got to figure out what to do with mine to not just put them in a box somewhere, but showcase them where I can look at them and
the light's always on
let
during
them
the
do
day
what
up
they
there,
do.
so they show up good. So far, he hasn't broken anything, nothing at all. He has knocked some things over and off, but nothing's broken. He must have found his cage back there. He goes in and out of his cage constantly.
Yeah.
And if I put a treat in there, he'll go in for the night. He'll fuss at me when I'm closing the door. He goes, He's good. I'm so glad he's already trained. It's so easy.
Yeah.
And amazing what they eat. What kind of food do you feed Sophie?
Well, there's chopped salad. which is any kind of greens that I'm giving the tortoises, all chopped up real tiny. I grind up a pistachio just to give it the pistachio flavor because she likes that. And they don't have the flavor for spicy, so any peppers, anything that I'm growing. So that's one meal. Then I have the organic pellets as another meal, and then I have nuts as a treat.
Okay.
But
Well,
when we
when I
got
was
her, she was eating French fries and pizza crust, and we
well,
had to get
potatoes is one of the things that you can feed these guys. And the diet, the more I researched, the more I found. And what I finally found and am kind of doing is he just grazes on his seed as he wants to. I got one of the better mixtures.
Yeah.
It said not to give them peanuts, and there are peanuts in it, so I take them out and give them to the Chihuahuas. But
I think it's the dust from the peanut when they open it.
oh, okay. But he likes potato salad, specifically Amish potato salad. Anytime I'm just, how you might get a snack of something, not sit down. He's right
That's
there.
the other. Sophie likes whatever I'm eating.
Yes.
So if I'm sitting down eating eggs,
Yep.
she wants to eat eggs. And so we sit down and we share whatever I'm eating if it's not too. But lately I've been eating healthy, so I can share just about anything I'm eating with her.
I've had to put my apples and bananas away because I'll miss him. You know how the kids get quiet and you have to check on them? And I'll go in and he'll have 3 different kinds of apples all sampled and working on his favorite one. So I have to put them in the fridge then,
Aww.
He's a good boy. And he made it clear with the dogs and cats. He lived with 2 cats and he outlived them. But he made it clear with these dogs and cats right away. I'm not taking anything. Don't mess with me. And he's a hard kicker. He knows the kung fu. He kicked my ear once. I think something scared him. I don't want that again. He's strong. Many peanuts and sunflower seeds make parrots fat. He's staying about the same size. I haven't weighed him. I probably should at some point. But
Do you have a bird scale? Mine came with a bird scale. It's a little scale with a perch on it.
no, I've just got my reptile scale, my snake scale. But I could put a piece of cheese on. I read that too, that they like block cheese, and it's fine to feed them. Another place they don't give them dairy, but he'll tear up some cheese.
Yeah, she likes cheese, and Sophie likes meat. Like if I'm eating a burger, I'll give her a piece of burger. Chicken, I'll give her chicken. I said, this is kind of weird that you're eating eggs and you're a bird, but okay.
I would jump on the scale with the bird in my hands and jump down and then weigh just myself. That's how I would.
This reptile scale doesn't go up to 230 pounds, Didi. So he probably doesn't.
Well, yeah, I couldn't use the reptile scale, Bob. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah. And I don't keep a scale. I don't believe in them. I let the doctors do that. So when I go, they fuss enough at me. So Amazon loves cheese. I wonder where they get cheese in the Amazon. Hey, Susan.
That's what I've seen Susan's name. Nice to meet you.
Wake up with crystal all around me. That's nice. I hear something. Is somebody frying something?
Oh, I was peeing. Sorry.
I thought last time you said something like that, you fell off the chair. Don't you?
Look, I'm sitting on half a stool right now, so I could lower my head. If not, my boobs would be right in front of the fish and stuff. So I'm sitting on a half of a stool, one of those stand, where you practice standing on your hands and stuff. Yeah. And I couldn't find the other half. Butterfly must have it. It sure is wearing my tail out though.
Some site said to boil chicken, white meat chicken, and let them eat it. And I like chicken strips that are frozen, already cooked.
Yeah.
And I'll just have a couple of those and one piece of healthy bread, like that day, whatever bread. He likes the bread, and I won't let him eat the coating on it, but he wants to try to the
Joey
chicken.
also gave him a potato chip. And I know that's not good for him, but she was doing this funny noise that she was very excited about getting this.
I do let him have chips, my corn chips, Doritos corn chips, but it's just a corner of them, and it takes him a couple minutes to eat a corner, so
yeah,
I have to scarf mine while he's eating his little bit.
Yeah, but I try to get Sophie to eat the salad every morning. It's called chopped because it's so tiny. But I have to mix in the pistachio nuts because she just won't eat it. But this way, she'll start eating the little pieces of crumbs of the pistachio and get the salad in between. So the
Oh,
best I could do.
he will take carrots, and he ate something else, but he didn't like it. He hates mustard. He accidentally got in. I let him see if he wanted to taste a turkey dog, turkey hot dog, which are nasty to the feet and all that stuff. But anyway, ground up. But I let him try it, and he did like the hot dog, but he got too far up and he got a little bit of mustard, and he hated that stuff. It wasn't hot; it was just mustard. He was spitting, and really spitting.
So
And
you just had. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, and I can only have like 100% juice, diabetic, no sugar, no nothing.
That's what I do. Yeah.
But 100%, and he loves my juice. So yes, I let him drink out of my cup. If I don't, he crawls down me and tries to take it. So, what'd you start to say, Susie?
You brought up something that Monica said about bluebirds. I never heard of a bluebird. I know what a blue jay is, but what is a bluebird?
We have bluebirds here.
Yeah, we have them here. They're little. They're just little bluebirds, maybe the size of a finch or a wren. They're small,
Wow.
and we usually associate them with the mountains, but it's like hilly all around here. East Tennessee. But yeah, they're one of the first things to nest. They nest in my neighbor across the street's mailbox post underneath, and he hates it. He always tears them out. Grouchy thing. But they're beautiful. They have. Can you Google it and see what they look like?
Yeah, I think I'm doing that now.
All right. There's regional, different ones, but they're pretty.
We used to always put boxes up specifically for them.
I've got 3 or 4 bird boxes
Oh,
up,
wow.
and they don't ever nest. Nothing's ever nested in them.
I have woods right behind me now, so I don't put any up. My ex-father-in-law used to have a cockatiel, and of course, and it flew around and did what it wanted to do, in the house like yours is doing. But when he would eat, he would come laying by my father-in-law's plate, and he would pick chicken off the plate and eat it. He wanted chicken.
Oh, wow.
They're very pretty.
Yeah, I wonder if they have more than one clutch of eggs or babies, since they lay so early. But they're like one of the before the robins even we see them nesting.
I
Probably
don't
the
see many
same.
robins anymore.
We see them over at the Ark, and they're probably out in my yard.
I have robin eggs on the ground, so I know we have a robin somewhere. I see the little blue eggs.
I think they're probably in your lot next door, Susie, up the hill, out in the grass.
Oh
out
man,
there.
how big is that lot? Do I
Well,
need to bring a tent, or is there a shed?
There's nothing built on it. There's
Ready.
a lot of trees down in the wood from the tornadoes, but bring a chainsaw.
I'm ready.
Yeah. You can hide back there in the woods. Keep it mowed out front.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah, nowadays you get those nice little cute Rubbermaid storage sheds. You can snap them together with no tools, nothing, and
No
you got
way.
a place to live.
I think Home Depot will, deliver one of those, just a shed.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough for me right now. I'm good. I got to think about plumbing.
Yeah. I've got a couple of those long hoses that, they won't reach that far, but we can add some.
Yeah, see some like pets. So if you got trees down, there's just wood.
Yeah. There you go. There's a little branch that runs through there, not a creek, but like a little branch.
What's the name of the county, Bob? What's the name of the county?
Cleveland. Bradley. Cleveland.
Looking it up now.
Well, you have the best fish stores and everything in your town, Bob.
We really do have some good stores around here, and plus we're between Knoxville and Atlanta, like 2 hours one way and an hour the other way. And Chattanooga is only 30 minutes from me. Ed's 30 minutes or 45, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, guess what Miss Smarty Pants did?
You?
Yeah.
What?
And Smarty Pants is being very facetious because I put me another tank together, taped it up, siliconed it and everything, and walked away and left it and forgot to take the tape off before the silicone started setting.
Oh,
No.
So guess who's got a big mess in the shed?
So it leaked.
Well, no, I got to take the silicone back off because when you pull the tape off, it loosens it. So it's like, now, I'm like, you know, and I had all these big gobs, you know, because my my silicone I got, it was aquarium sealant, but it had hard plugs of silicone in it, and it would jam the little nozzle, and I'd have to pull it out, and it would come out in a big old thing. I had two big old clumps inside that one tube, and so by the end of it, I was like, you know, just squirting it on there, like, okay. And I just was so frustrated. I walked out, and it's like, I went in there, looked today to go, you know, get the tape off to go and do a fill up and see if it was okay. And it's like, oh my God, I didn't do that. So yeah, guess what I get to do? I get to stand in the shed and pick it apart.
Well,
I
take
probably
a
won't
lesson.
ever forget that again.
now, once you do something like that,
I've never even tried to silicone a tank. I did silicone some lids on tanks that are, you know, vented and stuff, doors, you know, for reptiles. But
Well,
So
I've got
right.
one that I made, and I got the glass in for the other two this past week. So I wanted to start putting them together.
cool. Where are you going to put a tank? I thought you didn't have any room.
Well, what I'm doing, my shelf will hold a 22-gallon, and that will fill up the entire, you know, shelf and slide it in there. And right
Oh.
now I've got like a 10, and then I got a side base
funny
2.5 or
just
something
fill
like
every
that.
nook and cranny.
So instead of having two small tanks, I'm going to have one bigger tank. And I'll just keep the little ones in, you know, maybe grow plants or something in them, you know, that way I'll have when I need to do something, I'll have some started already. I'm not going to throw them away. That's for sure.
No. I see Dragon Lair saying Sam most finches love sunflower seeds. You ain't kidding. It's one of our volunteers at the Ark. Is a bird watcher like Rack, and she knows all the birds and their calls. And so we had two bird feeders, but we hadn't used them in years. So we've got all these birds that I've never seen before.
Wow.
But lots of them are finches, like finches that are red-breasted, and all that. I'm always trying to get pictures when I'm out there walking the dogs.
Oh, did y'all see Foxy's video today of the mating dance she captured of the axolotls?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh, that
You
was so
shared it.
cool.
Yeah, you shared it. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to do a shameless plug for FishTubers notification, and it's on Facebook. So if any, Didi, I know you use it, and Pam has, and I think Susie has in the past. But anyway, it's just a Facebook page if you have Facebook, and if you go on and share when things are going to be going live or your videos, you know, people get notifications if they've clicked, you know, get notifications or receive notifications. So it's about 900 people, close to that, 875, something like that on there now. And we've got 13 new members I've got to thank. I just got a notice today. So it's a good way for people to get double notified, you know, if they're already subscribed to you.
Well, I don't normally post, you know, anybody's videos on my aquarium club's website. I don't know what, you know, really what's allowed. And I'd asked one time, but I never got a response either way. So I thought, well, that would be educational. You know, it's not like she's, you know, like advertising a store or anything, but I just thought it'd be cool for people who might want to do them.
So cool. It was so cool.
And
Yeah.
you can definitely tell which one's the boy
Yeah.
when they're ready to mate.
Well, it's not when they're ready to mate. There's a certain age they just drop balls, and it's like, oh, I think
This one here, he's a man.
Like, hello.
That's all I could watch. But he turned around backwards, like, what?
Yep.
Hey, Tommy boy.
So is there a
And Roxanne's going to
law?
be on with the Daniken. She and Brian's going to be taking Danny's place tonight on Daniken's.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll be
So-
sure we get the link out there.
Who is?
Brian and Roxanne.
Oh, cool.
Danny's went to visit her daughter, so they're gonna keep Kenny straight.
I've never seen mine do the mating dance though, but they must have done it a lot of times. I think they mated my female to death one happened, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to keep the males because I don't want any more eggs. They never make it.
Well, they're a lot of work, so
They are baby axolotls.
Oh, babies, yeah. I was going to say mine are
Baby
not.
axolotls are like having baby bettas. There's so much work, and then you got to
Yeah.
separate them, and then you go, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
well, that cool little rack that it's not little, but I think it holds like 20 different gallon things. Brian made her a rack where it does an automatic water change for her. You know, so when they're little, you can separate them so they don't eat each other's limbs off.
That's cool.
But, of course, he only had one done for this batch, you know, so she still had to do others the hard way. But it will help, like next time when he gets some more built.
Yep.
Thanks, Sam. There's that link already. You just have to think. You know, in a lot of ways, Huawei is like candy. You just about the time you think of a link, it's there, you know, or before you can say it. So he's
Yep.
really fast.
And I remember when he first started. He's come a long ways. Yeah, I'm sucking up to you, Sam. I'm not ashamed.
Bless you for the sneeze. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
The demons can't get out of me. That's the problem. They can't get out of me. You know, that's where that came from. People used to sneeze and they said it was a demon back like in the Middle Ages. Yeah. And because I had to know, you know, I yearn for knowledge, Susie. So I looked that up one time.
Oh, I thought it was because you actually die. Your heart.
I don't know. Maybe that's
That's what I
another.
thought. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe my mom just made that up.
I need to
I was
revisit
told
that.
not to
then.
try to suppress them because it can bust your eardrums. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
I do have one eardrum that's busted, so because I used to always like just try to stop the sneeze like in school and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I busted it. I don't know. Yeah, Sam is candy in disguise. He's probably the devil in disguise.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
There's been lots of Elvis references on his songs the past 2 weeks in my head. I don't know why.
we're trying to get him to do like a stand-up thing on Pam's channel because he doesn't do it here. He has a running litany of pretty good jokes on there.
My
Who?
fish tank aquatic says it's the closest to death you can come with it without dying. I heard that. I heard that sometime.
Oh, wow. I remember reading an article years ago when I worked in ICU, open heart ICU, that coughing can sustain heart attack victims. It was a pretty good article. I don't know if it's held up for the last 30 or 40 years, but
Well, I'm telling you, I have a sneezing fit about once a day, and it runs anywhere from a dozen to 20 sneezes right after the other. So it's a very good thing my bladder is still good.
Oh my goodness.
Because they just won't stop, and once it starts, it's like I know it's going to keep on going.
I wanted that in the official record there. Not just in the chat.
Whose dress is he wearing?
Candies, I guess, for one. I heard, bless you, when sneezing was to keep the demons out. Okay. Oh, okay. That's probably what it is, and I got it reversed. Well, good. I'm surrounded by them. I know that.
Jenny's here, Jenny Lynn.
Hey, Jenny. She posted some really cool pictures of her ball python.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she did.
Yesterday.
I saw them.
Yep.
Yep, beautiful pictures.
Yeah.
Y'all
And he's
going to be
got-
surprised that we had a black snake come up about 2 weeks ago, and it was right by the doorstep, front door. Of course, my husband was like, ready, I'm going to chop it up. I said, no. Black snakes, they'll kill rattlesnakes and stuff.
Yeah.
So, because we've always chased them off. Well, I have learned that, they can be beneficial. So I said, no, there might be another snake around here, and it knows that it's here, and it might be here to eat it up, so leave it alone. So she posted, I'm going to call it a she. She posted up like right by where you turn the water hose on the spigot. It's a good thing I knew it was there because I would be stomping all over it. But we let her stay there, and she would come by the doorstep and go back to that little spot. And after it shedded, maybe like a week later, it has left. But my husband started mowing grass and weed eating, so I guess that's probably run it off. But we didn't chase it off. Aren't you proud of me?
Did you get any pictures of her?
You know what? I don't know that I did. Now he might have one on his phone.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Post that up. Yeah, it sounds like she just found a place to shed, you know.
Somebody else just posted one of a black snake. Was it Eric Furlow? He got a visitor. It was a huge black snake.
I didn't see it.
And then somebody, I think it was Eric, and then somebody said, "Did you name him?" And he said, "Yes, Snake."
I'll have to go back and look. I saw one where he had something he wanted to rehome, but it wasn't a black snake.
No, this was a wild snake.
I'll have to go look. We used to have one here in our front yard, and because there are lots of copperheads, or they used to be, they're not anymore. Maybe that's why it moved on.
See, that's what we have lots of around
too.
I remember you showing us one time that was on your porch, Bob, and then it like scooted off your porch real quick.
Oh yeah,
Copperhead?
I remember that.
The black snake. I forgot about that. I think that was probably a coach whip, or it wasn't thick like a black snake, but it was 3 or 4 feet long.
Yeah, it was good sized.
It was fast. It was there and it was gone. The cat was looking out at something, and I walked out. I was doing a video of fish or something. Went out, and there it was. But as soon as I saw it, it was gone. Let's see, Monica, to play games on my phone. I never have played games on there. I never have enough space to have anything on there.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
The only game I play is the New York Times crossword puzzle. Once it went digital, I play that game on my phone. Is that considered a game? The crossword.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the first Nintendo boxes that most of the people don't even know what they were back then. I used to play Tetris and Mario and all that. And you would spend hours and hours and hours. Like, oh my God, now I got to go ride the horse. I'm riding the horse at midnight because I used to show horses. And you have to exercise them. It's like, so I became the night rider because I'd waste my afternoon on those daggone games that I had to do all my work in the dark. Maybe that's where I got good at working in the dark, Bob.
I'd say.
Nintendo. Before that, what was the game that you played on your TV? Pong.
Was it Pong or Kong?
Well, you had that Telstar
Pong.
thing, a Pac-Man.
Yeah.
That's the only two I've ever played.
Pong?
Pac-Man and Pong.
Yeah, I played Pong.
I was in college.
I liked it when the duck hunting game came out. I used to play that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, the duck hunting game where you could shoot the dog and he'd laugh at you every time you missed, so you'd shoot him and then he'd laugh at you.
I don't know any of those games. My nieces and nephews would be like, "Uncle Bobby, play this," and I'm like, "No, I can't play that." Oh man. Hey,
She
Sarah.
plays solitaire on her iPad. She hasn't lost a single card.
Awesome. Curious about the Trex game. I don't know what it is. Check it
I
out.
know better than to even go in there because I know how I am.
Yep. I'd be very, very addictive. You wouldn't see me for weeks on end.
That's true, Wyway, and grasshoppers are one of my favorite things to shoot. So there you go.
Grasshoppers?
Yep.
Anybody play Frogger? These frogs are playing Frogger, I think. Wrestling or something.
Yeah, they're wrestling. That's what I told Huawei.
Wrestling. Playing leapfrog. Dragon Lair asked you, Pam, if you posted a picture of a king snake eating a copper.
I think I did one time, yeah.
Nathan thinks. What? Not very much. All they want. Oh, goodness. We had a topic. Uh-oh, Susie went in the dark.
What happened?
We did have a topic.
Oh my gosh. And you got the Joan Crawford lighting, Susie. We used to make fun of that when we were kids, watch the old movies on black and white. And she'd always have, after she got older, she'd always have the lighting over her forehead. So you looked at her forehead and not that she was 50 playing a 30-year-old, you know,
Oh,
the Joan Crawford lighting. We had a topic, and it was kind of going to be like, what do your fish mean to you? But maybe we'll save that for another time unless anybody wants to get into it. I was just thinking kind of like, you know, with the price of things going up and the availability of stuff. And
Like, would you eat your fish if you had to? Oh, no, you weren't
well,
talking about
maybe
that?
these pacu are too big for the skillet now, but I do have a grill out there.
I know what you meant.
But yeah, the accessibility shops are still closing down.
Really?
Yeah, we had one near here, but not here, closed down. But I saw that one in Murphy, North Carolina. That's an hour and 10 minutes from me. I googled it, opened up, and it looks like it has fish and snakes and stuff. I saw it on Facebook. So if I get a day off, I'm going to go over there. Today was my day off this week. We had somebody sick Friday, and I had just got to Knoxville, and she needed to go home, and I'm like, no, that's over an hour drive back. So I came back.
I might. Well, now, how is Rob doing with his store?
The last time I was in, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, the last time I was in, I got some supplies, and he had just about had everything set up. It looks different, and it looks good. He's really maximized the space, and I think he's pretty much closing out the saltwater is what he told me. Or maybe he moved his beta tanks to be saltwater. I can't remember something about the saltwater. He always has great supplies, and he's closing out his bug bites. So every time I go, they're half price. I mean, gosh, bug bites. So I always get a bunch of them, not to embarrass myself, but like 4 things of each kind.
Yeah. Well, why do you think so many shops are shutting down?
Well, I think a lot of it is prices from what I'm seeing and reading that, you know, they've had to pay so much for shipping, the cost of fuel and stuff, even though it's down some, but some people just can't recover from that. And availability, it's so expensive to get some of the saltwater fish. I'm not so sure about the freshwater. And I haven't been buying a lot of fish like I usually do myself. Since I've gotten into reptiles, I haven't bought as many fish. The last thing I bought were some mollies that I transitioned over to saltwater. Since I already had
I was telling my niece about that.
the saltwater.
The saltwater
Yeah,
mollies?
she's got a new tank. She's new to the fish world, and she started with some mollies and stuff. But I was telling her about how you had converted those. She didn't know, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bought some. Some were already saltwater. They were already, you know, converted. I got some from 2 different places, but they're always eating their babies, and the other fish do. So I've got to put some kind of structure for them to hide in up top, some floating plastic plants or something. That's the thing about saltwater. There's not. Have you ever found anything, Susie, like that floats like a good plant?
No, what I got was a dollar store basket, and it's kind of clear, but it's got really tiny netting in it. And I put it on the bottom of the tank with a rock on top, so the baby fish can go in, and the other fish can't get to them. So I did that for my brackish because it's a mud skipper that skimmed this top, so getting the babies to go up top would be deadly as well. So I had to find something that, so the babies figure out that they can go in this, and it's a pretty good sized basket. And I just put it upside down on one of the rocks on top of it, and they can get in, and the bigger fish can't get it. The mud skipper can't get to them.
Oh, I think Maria Z did something similar to that too in one of her tubs.
That sounds familiar. I think you're right, Didi. I've had a surprise the other day, and I was beginning to give up those episcogrammas that I got in an auction last year. I kept saying they just don't breed, and I tried all kinds of things people told me that I read and researched, and I was feeding them a couple nights ago, and there were some, not just spry, but juveniles. They were a couple of weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks old, that came out of the plants, out of Pam's plants that I had potted in there, just a little 10-gallon. So they did do something at some point. I need to get them out. I thought you were laughing. I thought you were laughing. Bless you. I thought you were laughing at me saying Pam's pants.
The There's somebody talked about sneezing fits. That I get them too. Sometimes I just want it to stop, and I don't stifle them anymore because it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts to stifle them, so I sound like a 6'5", 300-pound man. And I'm like, I just gotta let it out, and then it goes away. I don't get it again all day. And I can't figure out what causes it.
Dragon Lair says, where has Maria been? I haven't seen her in a coon's age. Gosh.
How old is a coon?
I don't know. I looked that up one time because it came up and I've forgotten what it means now. It was kind of convoluted about what it means, and it started like the turn of the last century. It was before I was born.
Oh, well, that's not good.
But people used, that long ago, people used to say a coon's age all the time when I was a kid.
I was assuming it was raccoon, but I could be wrong now.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. But they used to say it like it's been a minute. You know, it was that popular back when I was a kid.
That's
Hey,
true.
Yellowstone. Pam is streaming tonight, right, Pam?
Yep, I am.
What time?
On my normal time.
11 Eastern,
Yep.
4 a.m. Mountain.
At night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, it's 9 o'clock her time, so.
Yeah.
It's
So
the late night stuff.
it's
Susie,
11 or so my time.
It's 9 o'clock my time now, and I'm trying to keep my eyes open. Oh my God.
You know what?
night,
Young raccoons usually die before they reach sexual maturity at 1 year.
Ah.
They tend to live 3 to 5 years on average, but can live up to 16 years.
in
Probably goes
captivity are there
to zoos or whatever and fed every day.
and not ran over. I hate to see raccoons ran over. We
I
see
know.
possums here more than anything. It's because they freeze up, they say. They see the
Yeah,
light.
that's what we see the most of too.
They freeze up and little
That and
squirrels.
bunny rabbits.
It is a nickname for raccoon, and it's derived from a crow's age, which means a long time.
Well, hell, where did they get crow's age?
Maybe that's how the term "you old crow," because they live a long time. Maybe.
I was going to say, Susie, the other night in one of Pam's streams, I think it was the art stream, but I said, you posted something or commented on something or liked something, Instagram or something, and I got a pop up. And I said, it's 2:22 or whatever. And there's Susie. She's up early. And they said, up early. And I said, oh, yeah.
That's me getting up. Yep.
Yeah. 2:22.
Actually, the puppies sometimes wake up about 2:30, but I can get away with taking them outside, and I don't talk to them. Putting them right back in their crate and going back to bed. Their usual time to wake up is 5:30.
Well, that's good. They let you know, though.
Oh, they don't bark. They cry. I was like, oh my God. Then I got a fight with John. He's like, oh, just let them cry. They'll be all right. Well, the good thing we didn't have any babies, because that's not going to happen in my world.
They'd have child services, right? Their babies cry all the time.
So I have raccoon shrimp, Caridina shrimp, and they are ringed. You know, like dark. It looks black and brown, black and brown, black and brown. So it does kind of favor little raccoons.
Yeah.
They don't have tails like that.
I don't even know who that is. Somebody for content. Oh, it's StreamYard. I'm like, what does that mean? Do y'all subscribe to StreamYard, like to get their videos and instructional stuff? That's what that was. It's for content creators. I never go watch them though, but they have some good tutorials and stuff. Usually pretty short.
I miss out on so much of that stuff because you say, "Oh, look at that later," and then you never do.
Yeah.
You get busy, forget.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how Ed's doing. I haven't heard from him, but I bet he's having a blast.
I bet.
I did see part of the stream, where he did the walk around and Rico was his man on the ground.
I didn't see that. No, I missed it.
I saw that part of it.
Take a look. I missed it. That's why I
Can
was
y'all see?
wondering.
You can't see that better, can you? He was eyeballing a shrimp. Is he after the food or was he after my shrimp? I've never seen him go after a shrimp though.
You beta?
Oh, he sees the shrimp food right there. But it's some of that from Cat's Aquatics. It's just that little flat little. It's nothing he wants.
Is he the only fish in that tank?
Yeah. Well, I have one corridor in there. I've kind of downsized on fish.
What do you mean?
Well, I used to have a bunch of nano tanks and all that. I mean, nano fish, but I've got them in one tank, and like as things pass on, I don't replace them.
Right.
But I've got more shrimp tanks, and I think I have like 6 bettas, in their own tanks now too. Like this is a 40 gallons. I just love looking at bettas in 40 gallons. Just so pretty to me.
They are very beautiful fish. I love them.
And to watch them do their swim, because they got enough room and all to actually see their finish. Oh, and there's a coolie loach in here too, I think.
Oh, love the coolie loach.
I did have a hill stream loach, but I pulled it out and stuck it in with another one because I changed all this water from neocaridina parameters to caridina.
Hello? Hello?
And when I've set up some maternity wards with neo parameters, and when the females get kind of, like I know they're going to have eggs coming off pretty soon, I'll move them, transition them to the maternity wards, let them have their babies, and then I'll put them back in the caridina ward.
Mike Floyd was on here for a while, but then he got tired of this and went over to his cage, I guess. I was just talking to him. That's why I muted, saying hello, hi there, and to see if he would come. And he started purring or churring or whatever he's doing, but he's not coming back, I don't think. Hearing.
Is 41 too old for a bird to go through like hormonal stage in the spring and fall, like Sophie goes through? Or do they still go?
I don't know. I never heard that. Spring and fall. Oh, like
Maybe
getting
it's
ready.
just females, but they get so hormonal. She wants to, share her food with me, like already chewed food. She goes,
Yummy.
yeah. Like, no, thanks, Sophie. You keep it.
Do you have to act like you're eating it, or
No, I have to stop that behavior right away because if she gets carried away, it's like having blue balls. It's like it'll just hurt her. So even when I give her food, I make sure it's cold, like my eggs. I don't give her warm food because that could trigger it spring and fall. So so whatever. And she used to get like that with John all the time, and I'd have to take her off his shoulder. Like, nope, you're not doing that. Nope, that's my man.
Patrick says no, that they're barely middle-aged at 41.
Okay. So could still do that. That's cool.
oh my God? Well, maybe he's in that phase now since it's warm weather.
No, and his neck will go like this, like it looks like he's having convulsions or something. And
He looks at himself in the mirror like that. If he's in the bathroom and I'm in there, he looks at the mirror. And he does crazy eyes. I call it crazy parrot eyes. They get big and little.
Yeah.
He does that. Yeah. They're funny. He's a lot. I wish I had more time. Maybe someday when I retire, I'll have time. Danica Sunday night stream with Fox
I heard it. Okay.
and
When you
Peplin's.
retire. That's funny. I
I-
work
well, I
hard
know.
for that.
When I do.
Oh,
All right,
we must be
guys.
late. My fish room's going off.
I think our time is about up, or it is up. It says we've been on 54 minutes, but I think, well, I know Didi kept us late trying to get her stunts with the camera.
Sorry.
You guys know it's never them, it's always me. Anyway, let's head over there, please, if it's all right with you, chat, and panel, and we'll go ahead and go on over there and get out of here. So thanks to
We have a
everybody.
hashtag.
No. What about a hashtag of what? What? Something
Tag
about
everybody.
axolotls?
Hashtag horny parrot.
Horny parrot. There you go. Yeah, I think we'll all get banned.
And they're gonna think that I made that up. See, y'all get me into stuff all the time. All right. Hashtag horny parrot.
No yeller.
Bath
Bath
salts.
salts are not fun.
No. All right. Thanks everybody. Good night. And
Bye,
see you at
y'all.
Sam's tonight, maybe. Bye.